I like to think that my knowledge of the culture began as soon as I carried life within me. Sorry if I get emotional. My son, I wanted him to be raised in a fashion that it's okay to be Aboriginal, it's okay to be, proud of that. And it's something that I instilled in him the second that he was born because, oftentimes I was afraid to admit, like, I'm Aboriginal.
So I started working with Nipissing First Nation about 5 years ago with their after-school program, which Rumie is working with right now. And then what we found that a lot of the kids needed help was with language, because a lot of the kids come from up north with their parents, and their parents attend school. So their parents go to Canberra College or Nipissing University. And what we find with Indigenous learners is they bring their whole family with them. So their kids would have to change schools. So what I found was when I went to go visit the schools, there's always Indigenous kids in the principal's office, and they were always getting into trouble.
We have some students that are about, early 20s who come back after, they've had challenges in their life and they come back. So we have probably our oldest is 24. So 14 to 24 is our age group. So many kids that come here don't fit in the traditional schools. They don't fit in the board schools. They're falling through the cracks. We have a lot of cultural content. So our art is all Indigenous art. We get community members that come in and do the art. We have the language. We have a full language program. So we offer grade 9, 10, 11, 12, no Ojibwe, so they can leave here fluent. Our content comes from the community. It's a cultural-based school, for sure. And our focus is Indigenous youth. Like, we have students that come back, like, that are in college and university, and every time we have a feast or a powwow, they come back and they are our biggest supporters. Like, they say that they could not have survived. They would not be alive today if it wasn't for our school. Like, our school allowed them to connect with their culture, and they found value in their culture. I've seen so many success stories that I know that we're doing something right.
He's a grass dancer. It's something that I always wanted for any child that I would bear, to celebrate their heritage. And so for my son to grow up in a household that's very proud of their culture, I think it'll benefit him in the long run.
My experience is they're very interested in language and culture. They want to know about ceremonies, they want to know about medicine, they want to know about the way the land was before, all the technological advances of society. And I think the tablets are going to be a great tool for them to expand it even further than that, because now these are things that they can use and use repetitively, so that they will get used to them.
I have students that go away, they're from up north, they come here for school, but they go back home for 2 weeks for hunting, right? And that's a lot of school to miss, right? Because they miss school for 2 weeks. We don't shut our school down. So what I've done this year is record the lectures in the classes and then posted them on YouTube and then sent links, right? So, but they're going up to these far remote communities that don't have good internet access. In order for them to be able to access those videos, they're going to have to go to a public area. Like, they're not going to be able to do it from home, right? They're very far north. So if we had something that we could house all that information when our students go somewhere, and a lot of our students don't have internet at home. So this would be an amazing platform for them to be able to access the information they need to learn without the challenges of the internet, right?
For sure, I think it'll be a good starting point for a lot of students or even teachers to refer to the tablet as a resource, especially like what we were talking about earlier for Ojibwe language. You don't come across a lot of people who speak fluently in the language, and a lot of people are self-taught. So I think by having that resource at the tip of their fingers will be a really good thing for them.